So the next, we would like to invite our speaker, Mr. Lorne MacLean. He's a Queen's Counsel and also the founder of MacLean Law and one of Canada's most experienced and highly rated family lawyers dedicated to family law and divorce in British Columbia. Lorne has successfully protected clients' rights since 1983 in the field of high net worth and complex family law dispute. Sorry, Lorne, I still have 3 more sentences to finish. Thank you. Yeah, you are more than welcome to standing up beside me, Thank you. Including such aspects as jurisdiction, spousal and child support, property division, child custody, guardianship, and access, and marriage-like relationships, having had the rare honor of making 2 appearances before the Supreme Court of Canada and set the law in BC and Canada through winning complex cases. Lorne has earned a reputation as one of the nation's toughest and most thoughtful advocates for clients. Mr. Lorne MacLean.
Thank you so much. Thank you. Good morning, everyone. I'm Lorne MacLean, founder of MacLean Law. And first of all, I want to give a big shout out to the organizers, particularly our friends Will Fan and Jackie Lee for organizing this fantastic conference and for inviting us. I obviously also want to congratulate everyone else here today on making the sage choice of participating in this event. I'm sure that you will benefit a lot from it, and years down the road, you'll turn back and you will thank yourself as you reflect on your success. Indeed, all success stories can be tracked back to a few critical choices that you make along the path. For me, 35 years ago, I made the critical decision to start my own law firm, MacLean Law, to pursue my passion for family law and my passion for helping others to surmount great personal life challenges during their separations and divorces. 35 years later, I'm proud to say we met and have exceeded my expectations in every way. We've grown from a one-man army to a nationally renowned boutique firm that's now 25 lawyers strong, and we practice in 4 areas: family law, immigration, estate litigation, and personal injury. Right now we have 6 offices across BC and in Calgary, and we look forward to opening one in China. Not only have we been recognized by clients across BC and Canada who consistently give us 5 stars for our services, we've been selected repeatedly as the top family law firm in Vancouver for 4 out of the last 5 years. I'm not sure why not 5. And by the Globe and Mail, which recognized us as the top small private firm employee recommended workplace in Canada this year. 3 years ago, I made the decision to develop a brand to service our local Chinese, Mandarin, and Cantonese-speaking community because, well, to me it was obvious. This is Vancouver. There was a shocking lack of boutique firms that were dedicated to representing our Chinese-speaking clients, let alone family law firms. So I hired Jan Kang of our firm, and he was instrumental in bringing his expertise to enable us to better serve the Chinese community. So within the last 3 years, we've created 2 standalone Chinese websites, one in simplified Chinese, one in traditional. We have our official Chinese WeChat account so that we can share free legal information through original articles and videos. And we now have Canada's largest Mandarin and Cantonese fluent family law team. We're also savvy, and this is important, about the cultural differences between the 2 countries, and we're going to do some fun stuff in a minute. Our Chinese team routinely deals with complex cases involving multiple jurisdictions and high net worth individuals and companies. So we deal with disputes where property is around the world in today's modern society: China, Hong Kong, Singapore, United States, and around the world. I'm proud to say that our firms not only won many record-breaking cases and protected our clients' own wealth and legal rights, but more importantly, I think, for the Chinese culture, we have protected their most valuable assets, which are their children. But the focus of my speech today is not on our own success, but to share with you our insights into how you might build brands among and provide effective service to your Chinese clients. And this can be boiled down to 3 key words: trust, culture, and most of all, people. And I'm going to go through them one by one. So first of all, let's start with trust. Let's face it, in today's society, trust is a rare thing. We must work hard to earn trust and establish a reputation, and harder still to maintain it. This is really especially true for lawyers and e-commerce business owners, because if there is anything in common in our business, it's that none of our clients initially know exactly what they're going to get when they pay us. So how do you overcome this obstacle? The advice I can provide here is simple. It has 3 words: details, details, and details. As someone who frequently deals with mega divorce cases involving tens or even millions of, or hundreds of millions of dollars, I can say the results of the biggest cases often come down to the smallest details. From asking the right questions in initial consultations, to detecting small inconsistencies in the opposing party's evidence, to destroy their entire story, and to find that golden sentence in a past judgment that will convince the judge to rule in our client's favor. For example, we saved hundreds of millions of dollars for a client in a 30-minute consultation by stopping him minutes from filing a lawsuit in BC and having him do it in the United States, where the law was far more favorable to him. In another example, we caught a lying businessman who had hidden $3 million of cash, and we obtained a rare search and seizure order, and we froze his worldwide assets. And all of this started with us spotting inconsistencies in sworn affidavits. And because of our years of accumulated knowledge on such crucial and often overlooked details, we're capable of not only winning cases in court, but also protecting our clients' children and their worldly assets by drafting comprehensive family law agreements that can help avoid costly litigation and maintain their personal reputation, lifestyle, and privacy. So pay attention to the details. Go the extra mile. Review your plan one more time. Spend one more hour to make sure your product is of top quality. Ask yourself, if you're the customer, what would you notice? What would you appreciate even though you don't need it? You must search consciously and constantly for the answers. And once you find them, implement them without hesitation or exception. Your reputation for being trustworthy is always your most valuable asset. It's well worth the hard work that you put in. Believe me, your extra efforts will pay off. Let's talk next about culture. Chinese and Western cultures differ in many respects. Some of them are well known, others are more subtle. Bridging those gaps is the key to victory. As family lawyers, we often see these two cultures collide in the courtroom, sometimes to no one's benefit. That's why in the last 3 years, we built one of Canada's largest Mandarin and Cantonese-speaking legal teams who understand our Chinese clients' values and philosophies. We work with the best experts on foreign law and foreign culture to help educate judges appreciate the cultural reasons behind our clients' actions, which otherwise may be deemed as nonsense or even worse, lies. Outside the courtroom, we frequently share our expertise in our Chinese blogs that are read by thousands of readers each month. Avid readers include people from other sides of the planet, such as Beijing, Hong Kong, and Singapore. To push our influence even further, we have just created our WeChat account, and its QR code is printed on your materials and will be provided again at the end of my speech. Now, you've heard a lot of details and a lot of facts and figures. I think it's time we have a little bit of fun, and we're going to delve in now to the Chinese culture. So question number 1, suppose you are a fan of the Boston Celtics and you want to sell the team's caps in China. Which one of the following hats would you avoid? The answer, yes, the green one. The answer is B, correct. Wearing a green hat, I learned this in my Mandarin class, is an expression that Chinese use when a woman cheats on her husband or boyfriend. This apparently dates back to the Yuan dynasty, when the relatives of prostitutes were forced to wear green hats. So let's look at our next question. So if a Chinese person describes something as 250, what does he or she mean? The answer again is B. Keep B in mind as we move through these questions. In China, 250 symbolizes stupidity. Its origin, as legends have it, dates back to 286 BC, when a famous political strategist named King Su was murdered. To solve the case, the emperor announced to the public that Qin had in fact committed high treason, and whoever had him killed would be rewarded 1,000 gold pieces. So the next day, 4 people showed up asking for the reward. When asked by the emperor how much each of them would get, they answered in unison, 250. Of course, they were arrested on the spot, never got the gold, but at least they left a tale to be passed down for generations. So let's go to number 3. Which of the following is not food in China? Correct. Blood bun. And the answer again, as I said, is B. You can all get a perfect score in this test if you stick with the letter B. So a blood bun is actually a metaphor arising from a famous story in China referring to the act of benefiting, but at great cost to others. Well, the other 3 are actually tasty snacks you can eat in China. I know that because I just was taken out to hot pot by my team and I had the pork blood. People. Now let's move on to my final point, people, and this is the most important. We have a phrase at our law firm, it's people over paper. This has been the foundation of our firm from the very beginning. At our firm, we always focus on people. Our clients are more important rather than paper. We consciously remind ourselves of this, and we know that every divorce is a big case because we're dealing with people's lives, their family, their finances, and their future, and we take things very seriously. In a fast-paced and highly stressful practice such as family law, we use this principle to make sure that we never lose sight of our clients' emotions and their well-being. And believe me, when you truly care about your clients and truly want to help them solve their real problems, they realize that, they know it, and they will thank us for it, which is the great part of our job. But there's another aspect of people, not paper, that's even more important, and that is you must focus on building a great team. At MacLean Law, we believe in the saying that a team is not a group of people who work together, but a group of people who trust each other. I'm proud to say that our team is just like this. When we need to make an urgent court application, we know that our team will stay overnight to pull it off. When we prepare arguments involving Chinese law or Chinese culture, we can ask our Chinese-speaking lawyers who grew up in China and obtained their law degrees there, and we fully trust their advice. A team like this is the real reason behind our firm's success, and the fact that we won the Globe and Mail's Best Employee Recommended Workplace in 2018 is a testament to that. So how do you build a team like ours, you ask? It's simple. You treat them as you would treat your family members. Mentor them, treat them to lunch as even hot pot, go to baseball games with them, try blood tofu even if it looks scary, and share glories with them. Well, you get the idea. If you want to succeed, first build a team who shares your values and whom you can trust. Never judge people simply by their resumes. Meet with them, listen to them, and embrace their cultures. People, not paper. Remember it, and you will be surprised by what you can find. So that's the end of my speech. Thank you again, and I wish you all the best in all of your future endeavors. And as promised, there's our QR code. Scan it and follow us. Thank you for your support.